And now with me going to Hungary, I'm going to play for Kerman Club. It's one of the top teams in Hungary. It's a Euro Challenge team, which means it's a great exposure situation. My agent said we couldn't turn it down because I'm going to get exposure all over Europe, and it's still held. Euro Challenge is still held in high regards as far as competition when the NBA is looking at you. So once I found out that Euro Challenge team, they wanted to offer, and it was a great situation, a great offer. They wanted me to come over and. Because at the end of the month, it's an American coach, and it's a great situation for me to develop because they know I'm young. I'm going to develop, and I'm going to be one of their better players, one of their top players. So it's going to really set me up for my future goals as far as playing at the very, very highest level in Europe, if that's what it has to be, or coming back and playing the NBA because I'm going to play NBA Summer League for sure next summer. And I mean, I'm just going to continue to chase my dream because, like I said, if you work hard, if you sacrifice, you shouldn't have to worry about anything. You know opportunities are going to continue to come because you put in the work and you sacrifice. One of my biggest things is it takes, like I said, it takes a lot of sacrifice, and you really have to realize that nothing is going to be given to you. It's not going to be given to you, and no matter, like I said, where you come from, how your family was raised. I mean, how you were raised, how your family grew up. Your surroundings. It doesn't matter what you come from, where you come from. You're going to have opportunities if you sacrifice, if you keep your head on straight, and if you focus on your goals. Because, like I said, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, all of that you could reach all of that. Because, like I said, if you told me, when I was 13, 14 years old, that I was going to have an opportunity to, put on an NBA jersey, play professionally. Play in college, Division I, one of the top level is Division I, playing Division I basketball, I wouldn't have believed it because that's just what I come from. And I know a lot of these reservations, I know a lot of these small communities, you could end up thinking, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I have to stay for the rest of my life because it's too difficult to get away. I want these kids to get in their mind that it's not too difficult to get away. You gotta sacrifice so that you can get away, and it doesn't just have to be in basketball. You don't have to instill everything in basketball because at the end of the day, I'm not just going to be known as a great basketball player. I'm going to be known as a good person with good character. I'm going to be known as a good dad, a good brother, a good son, all of those types of things. I don't want to just be known as a good basketball player. That's why I work so hard with Bless to Bless. That's why I work so hard with all these other things I'm doing, because there's so much out there that you shouldn't just instill all of your efforts, instill your whole entire life into basketball, because basketball, at the end of the day, it stops bouncing. So all you young basketball players I really want you to realize that the basketball doesn't bounce forever. So work hard in school, work hard in your community, because you know the problems that go on in your reservations, your communities. Focus on how am I going to help my community get better? How am I going to help my area improve, my people? Because that's what should be most important to you is your people. Use basketball, like I've done, use basketball as a tool to reach out to the kids. Because like one of the biggest things I always tell kids is when they're sitting there in front of me, 50, 60 kids sitting there in front of me watching me, the biggest thing I say to them is, wouldn't it be cool if 10 years from now you could tell this story right now, standing in front of kids, if you're standing in front of all these kids, it would be cool to sit there and say, 10 years ago, this guy Damon, he came to my community, he told me that I could chase my dreams and I could reach my goals. So all you guys, wouldn't that be cool if you could, 10 years from now, sit there and say, I watched this interview of this guy, Damen Bell-Holter, and he told me I could chase my dream. He told me I could reach my goals. He's Native American. He came from a town of 300 people, and he's out there chasing his dreams when nobody said he would, when nobody said he could. And now look what he's doing. And that's what I want. One of my biggest motivations for all these kids it doesn't matter where you come from, what you come from. You're going to have an opportunity to chase your dream and chase your goal. And I want you to be able to say, 10 years from now, sit there and say in front of a big group of kids, because you work so hard to change your community, and sit there and say, because of Damon, or because of a message, because of something special he said to me, or he said in an interview, it registered. Because it's a lot bigger than basketball, and I've realized that over the years. It's a lot bigger than me, it's a lot bigger than basketball. I have a whole nation behind me, and that's one of my biggest motivations is, if I mess up, if I fail to where I can't play basketball no more because of a stupid mistake, then I know I let down not only my family, not only my town, I let down kids all over the country, all over Canada, all over the place. So I want all of you kids to realize that it's not just about basketball. It's about being a good person, about being a good ambassador for your community, because everything you do represents your community and it represents your family. So I want you guys to really, really focus on all those other things and not just basketball. Don't put everything into basketball. But if you sacrifice and if you work really hard and focus on your goals and your dreams, anything is possible.